when we are teaching about financial literacy, we are not teaching only freedom, but we need to know the pursuit behind what people want for money. Because basically what we need for money, some of the cravings that we need for money, that number one thing is security. When you have money, you feel secured, right? But when you don't have money, you feel like, I'm not secured. Because right now in Kenya, when you have money, you can do whatever you want.
True.
You know, that is one of the craving. Number two thing is boredom. Yeah? You know, we humans, we were made in a way that we tend to get bored very, very fast, right? Like today, I'm going to have this, but then tomorrow, I realize, oh, I need another one. So the pursuit is only not for money, you know. People need to understand, in as much as I'm in pursuit of money, what do I need? Because all this stuff, all these vices happening, all these people need money, but why do they need money? So maybe CJ, you can add something to that.
I think the number one thing is have a spiritual system. You know, regardless of which religion you are. I've seen people on the flip side where they start off completely broke. They got into Bitcoin, they made millions. And then because they didn't have a good, solid foundation spiritually, then all of a sudden they're taking drugs and they're doing things that are, not of their character and, ruining their entire reputations because they've never had money before. And you had brought it up earlier with the previous president, the test of a man, give him some power, give him some money. True. If I gave you $100 million right now,
you might not know
what would you be doing?
Wow.
You know? And so I think that's the number one thing. And I think that's for Black America. I think that's for Kenya. I think that's for the entire world because we're entering a new financial system. The last time we entered a new financial system, it's called mercantilism. That happened around the 1600s. When Europe switched from the silver standard to the gold standard. Europe had all the silver, Africa had all the gold. Next you know, it's incentivizing all the Europeans to come into Africa. They get all the gold and they're like, wow, we can do other things. And all of a sudden, Black Americans are born. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I think that if you value, things that aren't materialistic, you need to stick to that. Because Bitcoin's going to change your life. 8 years in the game of being diligent is going to change your life. But you don't want it to change for the negative because now you're a victim of success. And I see it all the time. I see it here. The vast majority of Kenyans are really